All right, now we're talking about a place that we haven't talked about often on the channel, and we are in Connecticut, where we got flex lanes coming. What are flex lanes, do you ask? Well, we're going to talk about that too, but let's take a look at the news first.
Proposal by the Connecticut Department of Transportation is looking to address heavy traffic along I-84 in Danbury. This would be the first of its kind for the state. News 8's Caroline LaCour joins us live now with details on what's coming to CT roads. Hey, Caroline.
Hey, Mackenzie. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that a lot of us have been there when you're stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic, trying to do the right thing, and then you see a driver cut right past you on the breakdown lane. Now, while those laws and driving in the breakdown lane aren't changing anytime soon, a new feature transportation leaders are eyeing could open up some opportunities to breeze by traffic yourself.
Especially, I've been in some 18-wheelers, front and back, so it's been a little sketchy at sometimes going through there.
Often visiting from New Hampshire, college student Colby Gedney says he's experienced his fair share of bumper-to-bumper traffic here in Connecticut, especially when visiting friends along I-84 in Danbury.
I'll take the breakdown lane and pass and get to exit lane, which is probably easier than just sitting in traffic.
That's why for the past few years, Connecticut Department of Transportation leaders have put the corridor under the microscope to study better ways to serve its drivers.
A lot of the data shows is that people in the greater Danbury area are using I-84 as a local road. So, looking at the corridor, how can we maybe open it up during those rush hour times?
The solution they're eyeing is what's known as a flex lane. Already popular in other states, the feature would allow certain non-drivable lanes to open up for short periods of time.
So there'll be certain times of day, those peak travel times, morning, evening, rush hour, so it's not a lane that's going to be open 24/7.
So far, designs plan for flex lanes to be placed in between exits 3 and 7, repurposing the left breakdown lane. Overhead signs will give drivers a heads up for when the flex lane is open or about to close. Gedney says it's an idea he can get behind and hopes to take advantage of the next time he's driving CT roads.
Especially with all the construction that's going on right now. It definitely would be helpful for a lot of people trying to just get off exits or get to work.
Now, DOT leaders tell me the project is estimated to cost around $250 million and has the potential to address traffic and safety issues at a much reduced cost, opposed to creating another lane or on the corridor. But drivers.
All right, guys, so this is another form of roadway expansion without using general purpose lanes. You've probably seen, well, I'm sure you've seen the express lanes by now that are popping up all over the place. And some states already have these flex lanes in place. And they're a little different from express lanes in that they're not always open. This is a way to get extra capacity without having to truly widen the road if you don't have that much right of way to work with. Whereas with express lanes, you're adding a full lane, so sometimes there's not enough space. You can kind of time it to where the direction of the most traffic can have the extra lanes open. Hence the flex lanes is flexible in which side of the road has more capacity. So let's see, I think there was a, yes, here it is. So Arizona also has flex lanes coming to Interstate 17. And they actually did a little video explaining in layman's terms how these things work. Let's see what this looks like.
Improvement project gets closer to completion. The new flex lanes between Black Canyon City and Sunset Point will soon be fully operational and ready for drivers. Since these flex lanes will be the first of their kind here in Arizona, we want to show you exactly how drivers will know which direction will be open and how to safely enter the lanes. As drivers approach the entrances to the flex lanes, they will see dynamic messaging signs overhead that will let them know whether the lanes are open or closed in the direction they are traveling. When the flex...
So if you live in Virginia in the DC area, you've probably seen this already. If you go on Interstate 95, I think they call them express lanes anyway, but they're kind of those, it's the same thing. It's only open on one side at a time, depending on the time of day. So that's exactly what this looks like here.
They're open to northbound traffic. Northbound drivers will enter the flex lane crossover just north of Coldwater Road using the entrance lanes on the left. They will drive past the retracted swing gates and under the raised vehicle arresting barrier, or VAB, to enter the flex lanes. The northbound exit to the flex lanes is located just before Sunset Point. As drivers approach the exit lanes, guide signs will notify them that the flex lanes are ending. Drivers will also see the swinging arm gates deployed, directing traffic to exit and steadily merge to rejoin the northbound general purpose lanes. When the flex lanes are open to southbound traffic, southbound drivers will enter the flex lane crossover just south of the Sunset Point rest area using the entrance lanes on the left. They will drive past the retracted swing gates and under the raised VAB to enter the flex lanes. The southbound exit for the flex...
All right, I think we got it. So yeah, basically, guys, they're kind of like flexible. Think of them as flexible express lanes, only open in one direction at a time. Now, when I was out there in Arizona last year, I was out there in the summer, and Interstate 17 didn't really have any traffic issues, but I'm sure in the winter there are a lot more people hanging out in Arizona, so maybe that's why they need these. So, I'm not necessarily opposed to flex lanes. They're definitely a decent compromise when you can't actually expand the roadway. So, there it is, flex lanes coming to both Arizona and Connecticut. Now, the last thing